everybody. Also a warm welcome from me to all our guests, to all our partners in the project, but also to all our audience in the World Wide Web. My name is René Kelpin from the German Aerospace Center in Germany. German Aerospace Center is dealing with aerospace and aviation, but also with energy, traffic, and security. And so my background is the clearinghouse transport data, where I'm responsible for the data provision and mediation of mobility data and data for ITS at the moment for German data. My presentation today is titled European Data for ITS to be free or not to be. It was not my idea, unfortunately, but I like it. It's a freely interpreted citation of Shakespeare. It was Paul's idea, but I like it because I like Shakespeare. Okay. DLR was responsible for work package 2 on data in the project. This was our responsibility, so was the provision and the mediation of data necessary for all our project applications. It was subdivided into 5 tasks, which comprise data source investigation on the fields of traffic and weather, the description of the efforts we have achieved in the fields of data integration, definition of a data format suitable or best fitting for our application, for our implementation approach, but also finally the setup of the data mediation platform. And here you can see the main outcome of our work and work package 2. This is the mediation scheme, which connects the available data sources in Europe on one hand with the data needs of applications, implementations of initiatives on the other hand. And we had distinguished between an input scheme, input mediation scheme, where we were putting all the available data via our system, using the dictionary archive, using pre-formatted ROADIDEA XML to our ePrints archive. And on the other hand, we had an output scheme where graphical user interfaces or APIs were allowed to enter, to request our database, and the external requests were translated into our internal ROADIDEA language, our XML formatted language data requests, and were answered in a formatted way. Okay. In order to be able to do that, we performed our subtasks. The first was the data source investigation, was performed in the very beginning of the project. We identified all available data sets for traffic and weather in Europe in our member states. There are 8 member states in our project. We stored them in our ePrints data archive, and we visualized them on the web, on our website. The next subtask was data integration. That was about the description of the efforts we have made in order to use the data, in order to have the data. We have a raw data layer, but we were more interested in the information layer, and the data integration was on refining the data, the raw data, into information. And here I have used 2 examples. On the left figure you can see the derivation of probability density functions with which we are able to condense huge databases. Here there are 7 days of the week, and with 5 to 6 functions we can describe the same content, or the content of the data of a huge database, by using very easy functions. On the right hand side you can see the attempt to find a linkage between weather and the traffic using FCD, floating car data in Hamburg, and airport weather data from the airport Hamburg in Germany. The fourth subtask was on data format. We considered all our pilots and ideas, because we had more than 100, in terms of their data needs and of their descriptive elements. What element is needed or what elements are needed to describe or to define a format with which we are able to cover all our data, all our necessary data. And doing that, we have also considered and determined a lot of existing formats, and we have partly implemented as DWGML or Dublin Core for our tailor-made. That was a decision that we have an own format for our project, which is not limited to our project. This is the so-called ROADIDEA XML format. And here on the left side you can see our scheme, and on the right-hand side I just want to point out that almost all of our data are able to be covered with our format, and you cannot see it, but believe me, what you have to see are the red dots and the red crosses, and this is stuff like points of interest and schedules and acceptance studies, and we didn't want to cover also these more not technical data with our format, but our format is able to cover all our technical data we have used in all our pilots and ideas in our project. Okay, back to the mediation. This was the final task of our work package, where we implemented all the main findings of the preceding work packages. As I said, it now connects the data, the available data on one hand side, with the data needs of our implementations, of our applications, service pilots on the other hand. Okay, now I'm a bit too fast. Okay, the system works.